Your words are your seeds. How do you know your words are your seeds? Now I'm here to tell you that. Welcome to my channel, Stella Blaze here with you, and thanks again for joining me. Thank you to those of you who have commented or keep commenting and giving me thumbs up, but I need us to grow this. Share, and when you share, ask them to subscribe and turn on the notification bell so that they will receive the new postings the days I post them, and sometimes I put in bonus. And the normal days are Mondays, Wednesdays, and Fridays. Right, so today, this is a very, very important post, because this affects everybody, believe it or not. Even though we are all very careless with it, and sometimes we let our emotions carry us and we fly off without even thinking about the consequences. It's even in the holy book, the Bible. And the idea that what we think about, eventually we speak about, eventually end off is the result we see. I repeat, what you think, what I think, we speak out, we say it out, and that is what produces or brings about the result of what we see, what we have in our different lives. Right. I will use myself again as an example, because like I've said to you, my postings are mostly based on what I've experienced. And I said I only speak about things that I've experienced because that way, if I'm asked questions, I will easily answer them, because I have experienced. I've experienced them, or I've experienced it, whatever it is. And of course, when I'm answering from experience, how I went through, how I came out, or how not, or probably how I gave up, if that's the case. So in this case, words, your words, my words, all stems from our thoughts. There is nothing done, nothing said, no action, no lifestyle that does not stem from our thoughts. This is a deep one, and probably I'll have a part 2 of it, and actually probably have some quotes from people to back it up. But today's part 1 is me just making you all aware, making myself aware, waking myself up, that the fact is, whether we want to believe it or not, our life is as a result of what we have been thinking, and our thoughts then becomes what we are talking about, and eventually the result, voila, is what we see. Okay, I give you a good example. You know, when 2020, one of the things I said to myself was I wasn't going to be in a particular cabin when I'm traveling anymore. That was my wish, and that was what I kept saying, and that was what I visualized. Those who know me know that I do a lot of visualization. I do a lot of positive thinking and positive talks. Even when I don't feel like it, sometimes I kind of fake it till it becomes. Because believe it or not, the universe is not this world, beautiful world that the Lord placed us all in, does not listen to just you thinking positive. It listens to your feelings. How you feel is what you put out there, and that's what comes back to you. Just as well as what you say, you know, it's in the Bible, your words will not come back to you without the result. So what you say is what comes back to you. So, like I was saying, into 2020, I said to myself I wasn't going to fly in a particular cabin anymore, you know, by the special grace of God, blah, 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 blah. And I kept visualizing that and seeing myself very happy in that cabin and all that. So that extended on, and then 2021, I had an experience, at the airport where, well, because of the way things have been and all that, I wasn't going to fly in that cabin that I have said to myself, I will not again, ever. But something happened and my wish was fulfilled. My thought was fulfilled. And I don't want to go into details talking about it, but those very close to me know what I'm talking about. Maybe in the near future, I will break it down and explain. Now, but why I decided to use that as an example is that my thoughts, what I thought, what I visualized, I got it. I got it, and it was like, wow. So this thing does work, because we don't think about it, we don't weigh it, we actually do not know that these things really do work. It does work. And that's why I tend to, those close to me or those within my circle, I tend to make them aware of what they say. And in that sense, making myself as well aware of what I say. But it's just that sometimes as humans, we get carried away with our feelings, especially when they are negative feelings. We just say things that we don't know will be. There is a particular person, I can't remember who it was, that said, for one wrong word said, you have to cancel it out with 16 right words. So can you imagine if in a day you say 10 wrong words, meaning you have to say 16 times 10 to cancel out this negative stuff before it happens. Somebody said it takes 17 seconds for something to stick. Yeah, it's 17 seconds or 16 seconds. I do a lot of all this reading, so yeah, I don't want to quote the wrong person's name. So, but yeah, it's there. And most of these things I'm saying, you can actually Google and you will see, even though there's quite a lot online. So one has to be very mindful of what you're taking in. And that's why I believe in one being selective. So you don't take in, because in as much as we have the right things that could help, so also we have things that you just wonder. But anyway, back to what I'm saying. You need to be mindful of your thoughts. I mean, just sit down, maybe at the weekend or whenever it is, whichever day it is that you do have time to sit down and reflect and think. Just see the way your life is going and see what has been happening. See if your thoughts contribute to it. If you're giving up on something, it's obviously from your thoughts, because you're thinking, okay, it's not going to work. I've tried so very hard. For how many years now I've been on it? Don't ever forget I told you about something that I got in 2016, but did not actualize till 2019. Always remind yourself of that. I didn't give up. So if my thoughts had been, okay, this thing is not going to work, then it wouldn't have been. So your thoughts are very, very powerful, extremely powerful. When you think right, you feel right, the words come out and the results are there. I repeat, when you think right, the feelings are right, the words that will come out will be right, and then the results are right. Some of these things take a while, so you can't say, okay, I've been doing positive thinking, I've been thinking right, I've been feeling right, and it still hasn't happened. Now, I'll give you an instance. A farmer, let's use a farmer as an example. A farmer goes and plants an orange seed because he wants the orange. He wants to grow orange. He wants to probably start selling orange. And then he plants it. Does he go back after 1 month or 2 months and say, this thing I planted, I've been watering it and nothing yet? No, he doesn't. That is how our thoughts, that is how our life is. Actually, simple, plain, that is exactly how our life is. Things we plant within will not germinate immediately, will not grow. We have to consistently water. We have to consistently feed. So when you're feeding your mind, your thoughts will be right, and then actually your feelings also will tie in with that, and then your words as well will tie in, and then the results. So my word to you today is be mindful of your thoughts, because your thoughts equals, or rather your thoughts plus your words bring about the result you have in your life. Nobody to blame, nothing external to blame, nothing. And you know, when people say, okay, the pandemic, this pandemic we're talking about, people have made so much money. What are you doing? What am I doing? You understand? So it's all about sitting, thinking, and reflecting, not doing follow, being your original self. So there's going to be a post on something like that again. Thank you so much. Keep sharing. Let's grow this together. God bless, and I'll see you in my next clip. Bye bye.